Alright, so in this video we'll learn how to graph an inequality. We have to remember with this inequality we have two variables, so we need to get our inequality into a form that we're comfortable with graphing. In our case, y equals mx plus b, or slope-intercept form, most of our students are comfortable graphing. So in order to get this inequality into that form, we need to bring over a 3x. Now through subtraction, whatever we do on the left-hand side, we have to do on the right-hand side. So our inequality becomes negative y is greater than negative 3x plus 2, plus 6. Now, from chapter 1, we remember that when a negative sign is attached to a variable, we need to divide by negative 1. And if we divide by negative 1 on each side, we could then get y by itself. Except when we divide by a negative, we have to flip our symbol, and we become less than. The right-hand side is a basic division, so we take negative 3x divided by a negative 1, and we get positive 3x. And 6 divided by negative 1 is negative 6. Now that this inequality is looking more like our slope-intercept form, we can make the inequality an equation. With the equation, we can now... Alright, so now that we have our equation of a line, we can use that equation to graph it. So I'll make my y-axis and my x-axis. The important points that we need to remember are our y-intercept, which is right here, is our b value, which is negative 6. And our x-intercept, which in this case is 2. We can get that from the slope, or we can plug in 0 in for y to get our x value. Now, when graphing a line, we have to look at the inequality symbol. The symbol tells us if it should be a dotted line, which is not including the points on the line, or a solid line, which is including the points on the line. In our case, we have a less than symbol, so our line has to be dotted because we will not be including those points on our boundary line. So we draw our line, dotted, and now we have to use a checkpoint. Now what are we using that checkpoint for? Well, that point is going to tell us what is our solution set. So in this case, we can choose any point that's not on the line. So I will choose point 0, 0. We'll choose that point right there. So we're going to choose point 0, 0 as our test point. So we'll throw in 0, 0, and I'll throw it in down here in red. If 0 is less than 3 times 0 minus 6. And we get, is 0 less than negative 6? Well, since that statement is false, we'll put X, we know that whatever is on the other side of the line is true. And that will be our solution. So therefore, we shade in the other side of the line.